According to the Observer newspaper, another business that's booming during the recession is the fancy dress industry. Fancy dress parties are apparently on the up, with sales of outlandish outfits rising by 35% in the last year. But do you find fancy dress parties fun, Lynda?
No, thank you. I can't think of anything worse. And quite frankly, if anybody out there wants to invite me, I won't come. I tell you what it is. It's the hassle of having to do it anyway, when you do it for a living and you get bad enough getting dressed for this, never mind. Yeah. And then when you get there, there's always somebody incredibly boring, and this is their moment, isn't it? They're going to dress like somebody really interesting, and then you realise under the costume they are still boring.
I must admit, I did a fancy dress party for my ex when he was 40, and it was all done in the 1940s. Even outside the house, we had a siren, and everybody had to come in uniform, you know, whether it was army or navy, whatever, but all 40s, and everybody hired a uniform.
Oh, that's quite.
And we had Glenn Miller, you know, and it's themed.
No, we didn't have Glenn Miller because he was dead by then. But all that music and all, it was just done in that period, and that was fantastic.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that sounds like there's something I'd go to, because I hate fancy dress. I've only been once, and I didn't even go in fancy dress. Then you feel the prat turning up thinking I'm not going to do it.
Well, you actually look like one.
Well, you do, but I was made to put something on, and I hated it. Well, my sister is 40 this year. She'll hate me for saying that, but she is, and she's having a fancy dress party, and I'm dreading it.
Oh, come on, loosen up, Melanie.
Well, do you know what it is? The thing, I don't know what to do. I want to look nice, though. I know that's vain of me, but I don't want to look like an idiot. But then I thought, well, I'll either go with Slash from Guns N' Roses, you know, with a big wild wig and a top hat and a guitar, or I'll do the Audrey Hepburn thing and just look nice.
No,
but that is
boring.
Yeah, so I need to do...
Well, I tell you why, because you'll look boring and you'll look like a poser.
Right, well, I don't want that.
You know, people are going to expect her to look like that.
What did you suggest?
Well, you see, I've gone to many.
Go on. You obviously love them.
I went to one a few years ago as a bumblebee.
See you as a bumblebee.
And drove myself and had to get petrol on the way. Yes. And I've been... What else have I... Oh, I've been many things. I went recently when Kira... Well, not recently, actually, 7 years ago, because Kira was 3 months old. And it was a family... it was my niece's 18th, I think. And I was like, oh, God, what am I going to... You know, Kira's only 3 months. What can you put baby in? So they had those baby grows that looked like the Dalmatians. Oh! So I put her in that, and I went as Cruella de Vil.
You're always bored to do fancy.
You know what the best thing is? There's such an icebreaker, because even if you've not met anybody at the party, as soon as they walk in, it's oh my God, you look fabulous.
You look stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It just makes me cringe, the thought of trying to get there and, you know, getting a taxi, arrive, and you don't recognise half the people, so it's just, I don't know, I'm dreading it.
I think you should be a duck. Anyway.
A dog?
Yeah. Coleen, you've been in some costumes in this show, I have to say, because you've looked more and more stupid every time, haven't you? That's good. That's not a bad one.
Sunflower! Oh, you look lovely there.
She does not.
Oh, my God,
yeah, I quite like me in that.
Flipping out, that's
quite like me in that. They're quite calm, those ones. The first time I met Take That out in the canteen, what was I? A tomato.
It's not a good look.
It's really not a good look. And my brother, at my sister's 21st, all those years ago, decided to go as Noddy.
Yeah.
And he had no girlfriend at the time. And he was out in the hall, and there was this other single girl there. And all the family went, come here, look at Brian. And she's standing up against the wall, this girl, and he's got his arm there, thinking he's cool.
No.
And he's going, yeah, well, I really fancy you. And the bell on his hat. Brilliant. I think she was Little Bo Peep or something.
I did say duck because I was dressed as a duck one night, and my friend was dressed as a rabbit, and we were going.
A fancy dress though.
No, it's true. And the only thing was, it was the next Saturday, and we arrived, and they went, yeah. So I just ran away. It was the most awful thing. But I've kept the duck's costume in case I meet a man, really.
Dressing as a duck isn't going to do.